Now, you've all, well, not all of you, but there's a fair few. You've been watching me now for a while. And you all seem to know that I love a cider. I love alcohol. I do drink responsibly. And I've just taken the kid to Lidl. And I could have done this review before that, but no, I didn't. Because I didn't want to be irresponsible and drink and drive. So I've had to wait to do this today. I've been dying to do this today. I've been really looking forward to doing this today because I went around Home Bargains the other day and I think I found myself a bargain. I found this. Orchard Thieves Apple Cider. Now, I've heard of this and I've heard some good stuff about it. It's an apple cider. Not a pear cider, but an apple cider. And I've heard it's really good. And I've been looking for it, but not looking for it. You know what I mean? It's something that if I see it, I was going to get it. And anyway, I've seen it now, and I found them in a 6-pack. Look at that, 6 of the booties. So I picked it up. It was £4.49 from Home Bargains. How good a bargain is that? So let's open her up. Now, Orchard Thieves. I like it because it's got a bit of a fox on it, right? And then, like we all know, most of us know that the foxes are connected with Leicester and Leicester. So you probably know I'm from Leicester, and I just liked it. Look at that, look, the old fox there. And but the thing is, it's actually stolen from Herefordshire, so he has kind of peed on my bonfire. Hasn't it? Should have been from Leicester. But anyway, who cares about that? It's a 330 milliliter can and it's 4.5% in volume of alcohol. It's stealth by nature. The fox has been known to sneak into our orchards, hunting our most delicious apples. Now we're stepping in using our wily friend's favourite fruit to craft a tasty apple cider that is crisp and refreshing with a hearty aroma, full of flavour to the last sip. Now my granddad used to own chickens and he used to keep them in an orchard. And the last thing them foxes did was take his apples. They used to kill his bloody chickens, take one chicken and kill the other 19. Absolutely unbelievable. But that's what a fox is. It's a predator, and that's the way it is. So don't get me into that hunting thing. I'm not bothered. It ain't for me. I don't do politics on here, to be fair. I might mention Brexit now and again and some other kind of stupid thing, but I do try to mention things where people all agree with what I say. So let's pop these. Let's forget about that. Let's get on with this. How's that look? Does that look good? That looks good to me. That looks really, really good to me. Ooh, it smells a bit Bulmers, to be fair. Bulmers kind of dry blackthorn. It tastes like Bulmers and dry black. It's a bit... I think it's a little bit sweeter than a Bulmers, but it's certainly got that oh, that's nice. It's certainly got that Bulmers DNA. Well, I think it is. I'm not sure. I mean, I'll be honest. I've never heard of... well, I have heard of it, but I've not looked into it. I don't know what kind of company, because these are normally associated with companies, aren't they? Normally get taken over by a company and then they get publicised and all that. And what's it say? It must say, HP Bulmer. Oh. Well, Bulmers, I were right, weren't I? But it's I've got to cut my fingernails. It does taste like Bulmers, but sweeter. It's nice, it's refreshing. It's come out of the fridge. It's lovely. Six cans for £4.49. You can't buy a pint for that. I'm sure it was £4.49. Well, you can buy a pint for it, can't you? You can buy a pint and a bit. Oh, there's a blue tit. Eating me, at my bird feeder. That looks lovely, doesn't it, folks? Oh, that one's got a better head than the last one. Oh, that has got a better head, hasn't it? That's really staying around. Isn't it? That's awesome. Why wasn't the first one like that? That is awesome. That is really good. I'll tell you what. If you like a sweeter cider than Bulmers, I think this is ideal for you. Ooh, I could just light up a Berkeley menthol. Just light up a Berkeley menthol and sit here chatting away, talking rubbish. That is a tremendous head. You can't beat good head, can you? Hey, look at that. You don't get a head like that with cider, do you? Do you? I don't think you do. That tastes absolutely fabulous. Believe me, folks, if I thought it was rubbish, I would tell you. I mean, I've drank some ciders and, you know, and I've given my varied opinions on them. I've given, you know, a good review and a bad review on things. And this is absolutely lovely. Oh, excuse me, folks. It's a bit gassy, but it's nice. It's nice, but I'm not quite sure yet. I think I best have another one. I think I best just have another one to make sure it's okay. You know what I mean? Let's have another go. That is awesome. Why wasn't the first one that good? Had I poured it wrong? Had I poured it wrong? I don't know. But this is brilliant. And it's well marketed. It's got a nice eye-catching kind of logo decorative can. A lot of these things nowadays, I don't know, they just seem to be like, no, but this is good. I like that. It caught my eye. The fox thing caught my eye, and it's there. It's really, really good. Stolen from Herefordshire. That is nice. That is nice. Can I just say, folks, at the time of making this video, my subs have gone from, I don't know, here, which I was happy with, you know, just here, but they've gone up here now. They've gone crazy. And I've said this in the past that I do try to respond to anybody that comments on me, even if it's a bad comment. I mean, I've even got some bloke who keeps putting vote UKIP. I haven't got a clue what he's on about. I just ain't got a clue. Is he expecting me to vote for UKIP? Or does he say that I do vote for UKIP? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. And then he'll always put a dislike. And I'm not bothered. If you want to dislike me, dislike me. I'm not offended by people who dislike my comments. It's the way of the world. Fortunately, we live in a free country where you can dislike something. You won't get dragged out, put up in a camp, and have the hit kick out of you for what you say. It doesn't bother me. So keep going, keep putting them dislikes. It's brilliant. I've got another viewing figure. It's brilliant. And but what I'm trying to say, folks, is that I try to respond to everybody, but it's getting pretty hard to do it all now. So if I do miss you and you do ask me to recommend, you do ask me to review something, ask me twice. I know it sounds probably a bit rude to do that, but just do it, and I will get around to you. I had some bloke asked me to review something the other day. I forgot all about it, and he asked me 4 months ago, and I just remembered it. And I am going to try and do it because it's only in town in Leicester. Leicester. Well, I tell you what, folks, you've got to try this. You've certainly got to try this Orchard Thieves cider. I'll stick that there so you can see it. It's one of the best ciders I've ever had. Out of a can like this, it's absolutely brilliant. It is. It's really lovely. If you like a cider, folks, if you like a Bulmers, but you want it a bit sweeter, instead of putting a dash of lemonade in it or a spoonful of sugar, drink this. But I think, to be on the safe side, I better have another one. Because, you know, you've to do these things, you've got to be certain what you're saying. You can't just keep going waffling on. You've got to review the product and make sure that you like it. So to make sure I like it, I think I better try another one. I mean, look at that. That's 4 I've had now, and that's a bloody good head, isn't it? Like I said, you've got to have good head. So, just a quick question, folks, while I'm on here and just waffling. We've bought a new sink, a new bowl for the kitchen sink, and it's got a plug in it. And excuse me. And I was wondering if you would like me to review the kitchen sink bowl. It's quite good. So if you want me to review it, just let me know. And to the bloke who dislikes this, brilliant. I love it. It's almost as if he seems to think by putting a dislike comment there, I'll pack this in. It's almost as if to seem that to put a dislike, I actually care what they think. It's almost as if he thinks he's going to hurt my feelings. The way I've lived my life, and if people don't like what I say, no, I know. This is one of the best ciders I've ever had. I can't believe how good this is. It's tremendous. Do you like me doing these alcoholic reviews? I'd like to know. I do like to sit here just chatting sometimes. People have asked me if I would do a podcast. I would do a podcast, but I haven't got a bloody clue how to do one. I don't. What is a podcast? I haven't. I know Peter Crouch does one, talking of tales of his footballing thing. I can remember once I went to Leicester County Cricket. They played Essex in the semi-final of, I can't remember what it was. I think it was the John Player Cup. I'm not sure. And I have a friend called Ian Williamson, and he had a travel agents thing in a local village, and he organised this day. And I'll be honest, I embarrassed myself. I got absolutely hammered on free drink and food, and the match was delayed and due to the weather. And anyway, I think they shortened it down to so many overs per side, and Graham Gooch went out to toss up with the Leicestershire captain. And I've got, you know, when you just get them little mini bats, cricket bats, and you go around and you get everybody to sign them. And I've got everybody's apart from Graham Gooch, right? Because he was a miserable snatch. And he wouldn't come out the dressing room or anything. He wouldn't sign anybody's autographs. And all these little kids were like wanting their autographs. So what happened were, I don't know if you can tell, I'm a bit of an idiot. as such. And anyway, the weather cleared up, took the covers off the wicket, and Graham Gooch went out with the Leicestershire captain. And I can't even remember the Leicestershire captain's name at the time. I was absolutely hammered. And I thought, right, I'm going to have you. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. So anyway, I jumped over the fence as they were going out. And I'm going, Gucci, sign me back. But you got to remember, I was about 23, 24 at the time, perhaps a bit younger. And I didn't really have a care in the world. Couldn't give a about anything. And a bit like now, to be fair. So I got out there, and he's just got to the middle of the wicket. He's just about to toss. Gucci, sign me back. And he's going, he's moaning. He said, bloody idiots like you, I'm just trying to toss up here for a... I think he's trying to toss off or something for the game here, for the important semi-final and such and such. And I'm going, yeah, Gucci, but you got to give me credit, ain't you, mate? I said, I've got everybody's name but yours. I says, if you'd have come out earlier, it would have been all right. No. So anyway, sign me back. Turned round to go back, didn't I? There's about 60 kids followed me. Oh, like the bloody Pied Piper. And they were there. And Gucci had to sign all these bats before, because obviously it was being a complete I'm a superstar, giving it the old big I am, and not signing anybody's bat. So anyway, 60 kids followed me out there. Gucci called me a bloody nuisance, and I took that as a compliment, and I trotted off back. And anyway, on the bus on the way home, I threw up. That wasn't very good, was it? I don't think I was drinking cider that day. I think I was drinking Foster's. And Foster's does make you yak, doesn't it? This is awesome. Now, I don't know how much I've got left on my memory card. What have I got there? 17 minutes. So if your memory card switches off, you'll have to bear with. Another time when I got drunk, I went to a Sign Windows. I used to work for a company called Sign Windows with my dad. And went to a Christmas party, and I didn't want to go. I wanted to go out with my mates, and my dad's going, "Oh, you got to come, you got to show your face. No, you've been working there all year. You got to." Oh God! All right, so I went. I thought, right, well, if I'm going to go, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to drink as much as I can. And anyway, it was one of them things where it was a sit-down dinner, all around the tables, and my dad's there, and my mum, and she didn't want to be there either, and I didn't want to be there. Oh, my sister. Don't know where she were. She was probably arsing around somewhere. So anyway, then it's like these tables, and nobody ever drinks the red wine at these parties, do they? Nobody ever drinks red wine at these Christmas. Well, they didn't do. They didn't do in 1989 or whatever it were, 1990. And so anyway, I went round all the tables, surfing all for the red wine. And my dad's going, "You don't want to drink that, you'll be sick." I'm going, "I'm at a party. Give me a rest." So anyway, I must have done sort of like 7 or 8 bottles of red wine because nobody was drinking it. The boss, John Ireland, he were all right. To be fair, he's a good lad. He were a good lad, John Ireland were. And funny. But anyway, I must have done like 7 or 8 bottles of wine plus all the lager because like it was all free because John would do this thing where you've worked for me all year, you can have anything, you can just drink it all. And so I ate a load of food, drank 7 or 8 bottles of red wine, God knows how many pints of lager. I think that's when I just discovered gin and tonics as well. Better try another one to be on the same time. So anyway, I drank this, and this was when it was up. It was up near a place. It was the Narborough Arms. It was somewhere up that way, near Foss Park, near Leicester. And as you come off the M1, as you come by Leicester on the M1, you got Foss Park, the shopping place, and the Meridian and all that. And we went there. And anyway, we're coming back, and my dad's having a right go because I couldn't bloody walk. My dad had got a brand new XR3i, and it's got all the spots on it and the fog lights and everything. It were the yeah. And we're coming back, and anyway, my dad had he weren't drink driving, but he'd had a. Let's face it, if it had been breathalyzed, it'd have been borderline. He'd had a couple of cokes and a couple of pedigrees, and Anyway, I stopped and I said, Dad, you're going to have to stop, I'm going to be sick. You need me sick in my bloody car. This is my XR3, blah, blah, blah. I've paid a fortune for them. Yeah, but if you don't stop, then I'm going to throw up all over your dashboard. And like, so anyway, he pulls over at the side, doesn't he? And I'm like throwing up. And it's like luminous pink. Broad cocktail in it and everything. And the old Bill pulled up, didn't they? My dad's going, oh, he's just been to a party. Just had to pick him up from a party. Mind how you go, sir. My dad's going, I'm going to kill you when I get home if I lose my licence. And I said, told you I didn't want to come. Right, folks. So on the end of this, by the time of the end of this video, I will have done 5 cans of cider. And it is one of the best ciders I have had. I love that Brothers. That Brothers for cider that's a different flavour, that's got a bit of a twist on it, is absolutely lovely. But this Orchard Thieves is really good too, right? I urge you, if you see any in Home Bargains, to try it, because I've actually enjoyed drinking these 5 cans. I'm not going to have the 6 can because that would just make me look like some kind of complete idiot. Yeah, I could have done the 6 can, but there's nothing big, there's nothing clever, and I'm trying to drink responsible. I'll probably have that tonight while I am watching Shetland that we recorded the other night. We've also got that Baptiste to watch. Is that any good, Baptiste? Sounds like a wrestler to me. But this is absolutely stunning cider. It really is good. Yeah, so there it is, folks. There you can see. Orchard Thieves cider, appled cider. It is absolutely stunning. Get yourselves down Home Bargains. Get yourself down there. Or while you're down there, get yourself a bottle of toffee vodka, because that's outstanding too. You've got absolutely nothing to lose on this for £4.49. If you can't afford it, £4.49 for bloody 6 cans of bloody cider. It's absolutely tremendous. Now then, the question is 22 minutes. Shall I be unresponsible and drink the other one? Sod it, eh? So tell me, folks, do you like my little stories during the reviews? They are all pretty much true. Well, they are true. They are. These are part of my life. These are in my DNA. I'm just waffling now, aren't I? Thing is, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy sitting here just chatting. And is this kind of thing a podcast? I don't know. I mean, I hear podcasts on the radio and they'll say, oh, get this podcast by such and such and download it. And I'm thinking, well, what is a podcast? How the hell do you go about a podcast? I'm trying to work out how to put bloody adverts on this, because when all's said and done, I started this off for a bit of fun. But what the main aim of this was to do is to prove to my kid that if you set out to do something, you can, make something out of yourself. And I want to get enough money to buy the kid a MacBook. I don't know how long it's going to take or anything like that. Bloody hell, MacBooks might be out of obsolete by the time I get it, but that's not the point. I just want to try and do something. So this is just a bit of fun. So if you like me stories, Pontefract. Who the hell do I know in Pontefract? What? Now, Peaky Blinders. Now they've had enough of me. They're coming back soon, aren't they, Peaky Blinders? Cillian Murphy, he's on about his favourite to be James Bond, isn't he? What's all that about? James Bond? I thought Tom Hardy myself, but yeah, so these are all true stories of my life. And I was just doing this to try and make some money to buy my kid a MacBook, just to prove that they could do this. And I would like my kid to join me one day, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're quite embarrassed by me. Who's embarrassed by me? So what are you lot doing tonight? Got anything planned? Yeah, I've got to go work in the morning. I do these 12-hour shifts. They're all right, to be fair, but when you do the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it does. The Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights. The Sunday nights, you feel like you're out of The Walking Dead. You feel like Negan's going to come and stick a screwdriver in your forehead. So it's not the best, but that's all right. So there we have it, folks. Have you really been watching me for 26 minutes? What is going on? Surely there's got to be something else better to do than watch me for 26 minutes drinking lovely, lovely cider. Must admit, it is really nice. Excuse God, it's gassy. Oh. Right, so there you have it, folks. 6 cans. Oh, a bit in that one. 6 cans of Orchard Thieves cider done in, well, let's say we've missed a couple of minutes, so 20, 25 minutes, shall we? It's not big, it's not clever, it's nothing to be proud of. It's just something that I used to do